I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time with this right now because this is a pre-viewing movie review. But I do want to talk about this for a little bit because there's a lot of controversy surrounding this movie, a lot from the usual suspects, and a lot of the usual commentary. This movie's going to be bad. It's going to be the Marvels all over again. It's going to be a DC dud. It's just another girl boss movie. And some people have seen it already. And like it says here in Deadline, first reactions, mixed reviews, praise from Millie Alcock. All right, so I want to give this movie a chance. I want to come on and actually say something in a more positive note because I've watched the trailers closely. And from that, I get the ideal that seems to be the target. That you have a fish out of water story. Someone who feels out of place, as if they have no real purpose or they have no real home. And they're struggling to find identity. Okay, that's a story that I would imagine anybody could identify with. I certainly can. And I understand those feelings. And I would imagine that most people do. And I find it in poor judgment to attach a negative descriptor to this film based solely on that premise. That the movie, at the very least, is going to start out in this mold. That Supergirl is, for whatever reason, she feels like she's without a home, without anyone to attach to, without anything to identify with. You know, you could call that a trope, I suppose, because the pretext has been used time and time again over, ever since literature was invented. However, I think the difference in this film, even though there are, and I admit there are some girl boss elements into it, there are some moments in the trailers that do remind me of the Marvels with Brie Larson, or Wonder Woman's 1984, which that film has such hype to be so horrible when it was released. However, I think the saving grace of this film, Supergirl, is going to be Millie Alcock. I think she is the perfect, as you just look at the imagery alone of her playing this role, I think she is the perfect Supergirl. And I think she has the energy and the charisma to pull it off, to take what might be a weaker story when compared to some others that have come before, most notably Captain America the Winter Soldier, or Avengers Infinity War, something like that. But I think she will be the saving grace. And I'm looking forward to seeing this in the theaters here next week because, yeah, again, looking at some of the trailer moments, I think there are going to be some cringe-worthy moments. Is it going to be the level of Ant-Man and the Wasp Quantum Mania? I hope not. Is it going to be to the level of the Marvels? I mean, how could anybody sink that low again? I just think that, the people who make these films have got to be able to look at the reaction to a film like the Marvels and say, all right, we at least have to do better than that. How could they do any worse? But that's sort of the buzz that you see around the internet and that you hear on YouTube and a lot of the people talking about this film, is that that's exactly what Supergirl is going to be. Just another girl boss dud that is going to, hit the theaters, make a few $1 million at the opening weekend, and then vanish. All right, I hope not. I don't think that's going to be true. I think, if nothing more, Millie Alcock herself will be able to pull people in who can identify with this character, who can identify with what she's going through, can identify with the story elements, I'll put it that way. I think she's going to be able to pull that off. And once I see it in the theaters next week, I'll make another short video with my official movie review, and I hope you'll watch. We'll see you then. Thank you, as always.
Hi there.
Ikalata.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't, I don't speak Kryptonian.